Hello, welcome to a JRBT Tax Talk Update. I'm Michael Brown, and joining me is Connie Berry. We're going to talk through some new information from the IRS this week that impacts taxpayers in Texas. In a news release on Monday the 22nd, the IRS announced that taxpayers affected by the winter storms in Texas will have until June 15th to file individual and business tax returns and make tax payments. After the FEMA disaster declaration, the IRS announced relief for the entire state of Texas. If FEMA announces additional disaster areas outside of Texas, they'll be eligible for this same relief. Connie, you want to walk us through some of the details?
Absolutely. Filing and payment deadlines beginning on February 11th are postponed until June 15th. This includes business returns due March 15th, such as partnerships and S corporations, and individual returns due April 15th. 2020 IRA contributions and HSA contributions are now due to be made by June 15th as well. The June 15th deadline extension applies to quarterly estimated tax payments due April 15th and quarterly payroll and excise tax returns due April 30th. It also applies to nonprofit tax returns due May 15th. Penalties on payroll and excise tax deposits between February 11th and February 26th will be abated to the extent that the payments were made or deposits were made by February 26th. The IRS disaster relief page contains additional information. When you go to the page, make sure you follow any links provided in the Texas disaster page for specific information.
Yeah, the disaster page has some information. If you have a situation that's not covered by what we're talking about here, go there and find the details applicable to your situation. The way the filing and penalty relief works is that it automatically applies to any taxpayer with an IRS address of record in the state of Texas. So if you have an address on your tax return that is Texas address, no action is necessary to receive the postponement relief. Additionally, taxpayers that are outside of Texas or don't have addresses in Texas, but have records, business records located in Texas that are necessary to meet a deadline during this postponement period, they're also eligible for the relief. Say, for instance, you own an interest in a partnership located in Texas and you live in Colorado, you're still eligible for relief because the business records for that partnership are located in Texas. So if that's your situation and you don't have a Texas address on your tax return, you can opt in to the relief, and you have to contact the IRS and call them at this number. It's 866-562-5227. So this is similar to the deadline relief that we've seen previously in major hurricanes like Hurricane Harvey. In that case, there were specific counties that were subject to the deadline postponement relief. And in this case, it's the entire state of Texas. So it actually worked pretty well without many hitches last time. So I have no reason to believe it wouldn't work the same this time. Additionally, taxpayers who suffered losses due to the winter storm that were in excess of insurance reimbursement can claim a deduction for the uninsured portion of the loss, either on the 2020 return when the loss occurred, or also instead of taking it in 2021, when you file it next year, you can actually claim the casualty loss on your 2020 return, even though the event occurred in 2021. So for casualty losses, you can actually take it in the return of the year that you're actually filing it. So you'll have the option of doing it on your 2020 return or your 2020 return. So Connie, you want to fill us in on how we're handling this?
Absolutely. So here at JRBT, as a matter of practice, we're continuing to work as though we're still in tax season and that this tax season is like any others. Our workforce is in place and we're continuing to work as we normally operate. And we're operating at full capacity. Our tax preparers and the remainder of our staff is working overtime hours in order to complete tax returns and get those out to our taxpayers and our clients so that they can get their tax returns filed in a timely manner. So we would still want to go ahead and treat it as though we have an April 15th deadline. We're encouraging our clients to continue to get their information in as quickly as possible. We have other deadlines that stack on top of the normal April 15th deadline. So if we move the April 15th deadline to June 15th, it compiles our workload. So we would like to still encourage our clients to get their information in so that we can file everything, in a systematic and timely manner.
Great. Appreciate it, Connie. Well, thanks everyone for joining us on this update. And if there's additional developments, we'll certainly keep you apprised, and keep looking out for our next normal, regularly scheduled tax talk. Thanks for joining us.